This is just a quick reminder about the name of that waterway, which is called Persian Gulf. It has been called the same name throughout the human history. And I intend to provide some evidence, some references to that name for the world to hear and see for themselves, and particularly the President of the United States, Donald Trump, to get educated about the history of this name and how important it is and why it is important. There is a map called Cantino Planisphere made in 1502, and this map is one of the earliest surviving maps to show the discoveries resulting from Portuguese explorations in the late 15th and early 16th centuries. It represents a major milestone in the history of cartography and European navigation. There are several highlights on that map that I'm going to point at. One is the Red Sea. It has been mapped and painted in red, which means the sea was called Red Sea back then. And the Persian Gulf, which is a blue waterway located on the north of the Arabian Peninsula. It was called, and it has been written on the same map, the words Sinus Persicus, which means the Persian Gulf. Africa, shown with remarkable accuracy for its time, reflecting Portuguese exploration around the coast. India and the Indian Ocean, displayed in detail, showing knowledge obtained from da Gama's expedition. The Cantino Planisphere is a priceless historical artifact for understanding the early phases of European global exploration. It is one of the first world maps to integrate information from both Columbus's and da Gama's voyages. It demonstrates how geopolitical competition and espionage played key roles in early modern exploration. This is the map, which was made in 1502. You see Africa, how accurate it has been mapped, and you see the Red Sea on the East Africa, and the Arabian Peninsula, the Indian Ocean, and the Persian Gulf on the north of the Arabian Peninsula. It is painted in blue, and the word is Sinus Persicus written on that waterway, which is translated to the Persian Gulf. Another document, archaeological document, is left by King Darius I, who conquered Egypt and ordered to dig a canal connecting the Nile River to the sea, meaning to the Red Sea, in order to connect to the Persian Gulf. And the inscription reads, "I am a Persian, setting out from Persia, I conquered Egypt. I ordered to dig this canal from the river that is called Nile and flows in Egypt to the sea that begins in Persia. Therefore, when this canal had been dug as I had ordered, ships went from Egypt through this canal to Persia as I had intended." This inscription specifically names that waterway as the Persian Sea, and this document is about 2,500 years old. Another batch of documents, which is the Ottoman Empire's records of the region, how they named the region, and they always use the Persian Gulf in their documents. And above all is the US government itself. Since World War II, the US government got directly engaged with the region, the Middle East in particular, and the Persian Gulf, and all of the US documents have used the name Persian Gulf. There's nothing else. The issue regarding this fabricated name has risen out of the Arab-Israeli War of 1967, when the president of Egypt, Abdel Nasser, after the defeat of his armed forces, He was looking for something to blame, somebody to blame for the defeat, and he pointed at Iran. And in order to agitate Iranian government and the Shah in particular, he suggested perhaps we should change the name of the waterway from the Persian Gulf to the Arabian Gulf. And since then, the name has stuck with us. And from time to time, it has been risen to the public attention. Nowadays, with money and whatever they have at hand, they are trying to push their agenda forward. This creates nothing but animosity, which is not healthy. Thank you.